What's up, my peeps? Peter Joseph here, Peter J, PJ, whatever you want to call me. Well, don't call me Peter Gilman no more because he's dead. But anyway, Peter Joseph here for my second and final video of the night on your 2 for Saturday. Once again, right here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there, you know where, in the description box below, on this channel and my other channels, which are in the description box below. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Gotta be real. If you're not, get out of here. Go find somebody else to play with. But if you're real, then do that on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that fucking bell. Treat it like it's your bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, that's just too bad for you. But it is what it is. And if this is your first time watching the channel, welcome to the party, pal! Hope you enjoyed the ride. And like the content, hit that subscribe button. Show my other channels your love and support as well, so you don't miss that good stuff for your Raw, SmackDown, Rampage, Dynamite, Battle of the Belts, and Ring of Honor. So you get some good videos, some good content, good reviews. And that's pretty much it. So show my love and support to all the other channels that I have. 4, by the way. And that's it. So if you're new, you like the content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I do another video. And hell, if you want to, leave a comment. Or 2, or 3, or whatever you want. That's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestlemania Night 1 is in the books. And man, was it good. I was pretty surprised. Usually, Night 1 is not really that good. And Night 2 is the better of the two nights. But tonight was up there with probably one of the best WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2s in the past few years that they've done Night 1 and Night 2. And really, this night is probably in the top 5 of best WrestleMania shows. Not the best, which we all know which one that is. And that is WrestleMania 3. And that's that. But all in all, this was a great WrestleMania. Not perfect, but pretty damn good. And we get all that. Earlier, I did a video for NXT, my Stand and Deliver review. I did earlier today, so check that out. A video ago. And that's pretty much it, so check it out on the channel. Also did a reaction to Indy Hartwell winning the NXT Women's Championship. So you can also check that out 2 videos ago. And that's it. And all my other videos on my channel. That's it. So we will move on with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into WrestleMania Night 2. Night 1. Getting ahead of myself, but it is what it is. All right, so Night 1 was pretty damn good. I gotta turn that off. Sorry about that. My computer's starting to go haywire again. I don't know what's going on. I always get these blips and bing, 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 you know, the bells and whistles going off on my computer. I don't know why, but in any case, WrestleMania Night 1 was pretty good. Live from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Inglewood in the house. Inglewood always up to no good. So we had that. Lots of fans. They say 80,497 fans. You know, that was that's a lie, because I said over 75,000, and then, you know, when Miz came out near the end of the show, he said 80,000 fans. I'm like, okay. It's like, okay, where do the other 5,000 fans come from? Because you know how they like to estimate and, well, fake estimate, clickbait people. So, really, over 75,000 crazy marks in SoFi Stadium for night 1, and probably the same amount for night 2 tomorrow night. But we'll see what happens with all of that. All right, so let's start this shindig because I'm sleepy and I want to go to sleep so I can have a lot of energy for tomorrow so I can watch the Met game. They won today 6-2. And those Yankees, Yankees lose. Ha! That's all I gotta say about that. Yankees lost today. Good. So they play tomorrow. Mets play tomorrow. And then we got night 2 of WrestleMania. So we got that. Let's move on with that. All right. It's windy as fuck outside because it was lightning and thunder and Satan came down a few hours ago, raining up the wazoo, lightning up the wazoo, thunder up the wazoo. But it came and went, so it was like in here around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then kind of went out around 10 o'clock. Came and went, and now the temperatures have gone way down. But now the wind is picking up and gusting too, which is not good. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be, 52 degrees, and today was like over 70 something degrees, low 70s. It was great. Sun came out. I went for a little walk after NXT saying stand and deliver went off the air. So got my run in, which was good. Not gonna be able to do it tomorrow because it's gonna be cold as fuck. Maybe I'll try to do it Monday after me job, but it is what it is. And that's that. Anyway, moving on. All right, so we have Mitchell Cole and Corey Slave on commentary. So we start off with Becky G, hometown girl from Inglewood. She sang a pretty good version of America the Beautiful. Look at that. Then we go to the opening video for WrestleMania, which features a voiceover talk about how only one man can host this video, and that is you thought The Rock, right? Wrong. Well, his good friend Kevin Hart did it. So he talks about how this is the greatest show in the world, and it is taking over Tinseltown. Everyone is going Hollywood tonight, which sends us to some of the WrestleMania trailers. And we all know the best one is the Bloodline doing Goodfellas. Best one out of them all. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we go back to SoFi. We are live. So we see the stage, which looked like somewhere, the Academy Awards. The ramp was freaking insane. Like 50, I don't know how long that ramp was, but it was long, and that's how WWE does things. They do long ass ramps, so it takes like 30 minutes to get to the fucking ring. They gotta kind of limit that space because I know it's the pay-per-view lasted 4 hours. Well, the official show, not the pre-show or anything like that. But in any case, they really gotta limit space that ramp out a little bit. Not have it like 60, 70, almost 100 feet. Like almost the length of a football field. Limit it, cut it down next year. You're in Philadelphia next year and that shitty stadium, Lincoln Financial Field, which is not that big like SoFi is, but So maybe the ramp next year won't be that big, and the ramp won't be that big. The set will probably be huge. They'll probably come out of a bell or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so Philadelphia gets WrestleMania 40. There is a rumor that Chicago at the new Soldier Field might get WrestleMania 41. I highly doubt that, but who knows? I guess we'll find out by next year where WrestleMania 41 will be. I just hope WrestleMania 50 is in New York and not at MetLife Stadium. But it's Citi Field. That's where you go. Or, I would say, oh, they got a stadium, but that's too small. So, yeah, Citi Field can hold about 40, 50,000 people. Do it there. Why not? I go. But, yeah, I'd go, and then you got 45, 50 people, 50,000 people going on the train. Getting home is going to be an adventure. God forbid they have it at Yankee Stadium. I ain't going there. Fuck that construction site. And fuck the Yankees and their fans, for that matter. But anyway, we got that. Alright, so we see the stage. I was not impressed with the stage. Personally, I didn't really like it, because it looked like something you see in a movie theater. On like the Academy Awards or the Oscars. All we needed now was the Slammies, you know? But I digress. So anyway, then we start off, I thought we were going to start off with a match, but before that, we started with the host of WrestleMania, The Miz, who's in the ring with a good friend of mine, Snoop Doggy Dogg, or Snoop Dogg, or Snoopy Dog Dog. Back in my college days, somebody called Snoop Dogg Snoopy Dog Dog, and then everybody in the studio proceeded to almost die because we were laughing so hard. And that person will not live that down. I don't even know where she is. It's probably either old as fuck, because this happened in like 1990, I don't even remember what year, 97, I think. Long time ago. But in any case, Miz compares their resumes and says, we're the same person. No, you're not. And he declares that both of them to be champions, as Snoop had the golden belt, or whatever they calls that, the 420 belt. Snoop says the real champions are the ones in the audience, the marks. So Miz runs down the card and says, it's time to fire this baby up. So let's do it. Right, Paul Stanley? Let's do it. Obviously. So let's get into this big show. That's it. All right, so we start off with match number 1 for United States title. We had Austin Theory defending against the 16-time champ, John Cena, who they talk about his record-setting Make-A-Wish numbers, and then we see a whole bunch of kids on the stage, and he comes out with his new G.I. Joe themed shirt. Ugh. What's next? He's going to come out. I mean, if he's on it next year, he's going to come out with, like, He-Man and his fire t-shirts. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, pay homage to the 80s. Nothing wrong with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe! An American hero. And knowing is half the battle. Just remember that. All right, so you see these kids on the stage, and Cena, like, high-fives the kids. Hi, kids. I love the kids. I love you all, children. Children, I gotta go to the ring and lose. But cheer for me, children. Cheer for me. I do it for you, but you can't see me, children. That's that. That's that. But in any case, it was a pretty decent match. Not great to start, but, you know, at least you get Cena in and out of here. Bye-bye. So Cena starts off by running over Austin Theory with his, steroid-using shoulder to start. Then he powers Theory into the corner pretty damn easily. They get back up. Theory seems to bite Cena's ear. We got a biter! Which allowed him to take over on Cena. Now I gotta get my... okay. Give me a second. Now my freaking mouse is not working. Great. Alright, so anyway, Cena gets in a few right hands. Theory comes back with a rolling blockbuster for a near fall. Cena tries for the quick STFU. It gets broken, and Theory stomps him down, and starts, mocking Cena. You can see me. But that kind of pissed off Cena, and he picks up Austin Theory, tries to go for the AA, or the FU, whatever you want to call it. Theory slips out of it, knocks Cena into the corner, but Cena comes right back out swinging. But then Austin Theory comes back, locks Cena in a 1904 sleeper, but Cena uses his Super Cena strength and powers out. And we get near his usual bullshit, the 5 moves of doom. And, he's about to do the, fight knuckle shuffle. And then he puts his hand in the air, and then he's like, well, yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, because you're about to lose, dude. And then he does this to the fans, and then he does the 5 knuckle shuffle, blah, blah, blah. He's about to go for the AA. Theory gets his hands on the ropes, and Cena's trying to pull him back in the middle of the ring, but as he did that, we get the good old ref bump, and then he locks Theory in the STFU. Theory taps out immediately, but the referee was not there to see it, so Cena thought he won, and he gets up and he's like, oh shit, the ref, get up, ref! And then Austin Theory with the low blow to Cena's little tiny ball sack. Then he picks up Cena and he hits A-Town down. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Austin Theory pins John Cena. Loved it. Wish he won clean, not with the low blow. I thought that was kind of cheesy. And the fans are still, even though he won, the fans really didn't give 2 shits. So he's gonna come on Raw on Monday. He's not gonna bitch, but he's gonna brag and stuff like that. And then somebody's gonna come out, kick his ass, or blast him a new a-hole like Cena did. But in any case, little over 11-minute match. Match was meh, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. But Austin Theory got the win. Probably one of his probably the biggest win in his career for now. But yeah, he pinned the 16-time champ. Go figure. And we move on with that. All right, match number 2. We had the WrestleMania Men's Showcase match. We had Braun Strowman and Ricochet taking on the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford. Taking on War Machine. I'm not going to call them the Viking Raiders. We had War Machine, Eric and Ivar with Valhalla at ringside, Sarah Logan. And they took on Alpha Academy of Chad Gable. Oh, thank you. Sheesh. Thank you. And Otis. So we had that. So before the match, Titus O'Neil is shown on commentary. Like Titus came out of catering? Okay. So Titus comes out and he's like, ooh, eat my steak in catering. So that was that. And then later on in the match, he said the N-word. Uh-oh. Get ready for Titus O'Neil to get released by the WWE for saying the N-word. Even though Vince said it a long time ago. What up, ma? I'm not gonna say it. And then Booker T's like, tell me he did not say that. Man, he did. Yeah, Vince, I think this was before he became Durag Vince. That was funny. What up, G? That was funny. Durag Vince was, he was funny, even though he should have never won the ECW Heavyweight Championship. That basically killed the WWE version of ECW. It was already killed when Vince took it over. It was horrible. Horrible. We move on. All right. So we get to the match. It starts out with Gable locking in the ankle lock on Ricochet pretty damn quick. Otis comes in, runs Ricochet over, and then everything breaks down, and Ty's like, yeah, this is great! Yeah, better than any of your matches. back in the day. And then War Machine clears the ring. They hit Ragnarok. Little Thor reference and a little Final Fantasy 13 reference. Nice. They plant Montez Ford. Then they go to then they stop and they pose. Okay. Which they're Braun Strowman to run them both over. Gable comes back in and the spot of the match, he manages to hit the rolling chaos theory suplex on Braun Strowman. The fans were like, "Holy shit! The power of Chad Gable." Picking up the big 300-pound Braun Strowman and doing that move? Wow. I was like, holy shit. I marked out for that. I was like, damn. Chad Gable, you get brownie points. Oh, thank you. Well, you're welcome. Anyway. So Dawkins then breaks up the cover. Ivar drops Dawkins and goes up top, only to miss the moonsault. And then Strowman comes off the top with a splash of his own on Ivar. Damn. And then everybody made the save. Then we get a double Tower of Doom spot. That was freaking epic. Otis and Ivar hold up Dawkins and Gable and Montez Ford above them. And then Ricochet with a high cross body. And then everybody's down. The fans were like going nuts for this. And then Braun Strowman with the not Wendy Choo Choo, but the Braun Strowman Express. And then Dawkins shoulders him down, so that was interesting. Ricochet then springboard shooting star press onto Eric and Dawkins, and Michael was like, "Oh my god, action call is right this time." So he hits that, then he goes back in, tries for it again on, I think it was Montez Ford. And Montez Ford got his knees up. And then he goes up top, hits the frog splash from the heavens. Down on Ricochet. 1, 2, 3, the Street Profits get the win in just under 8.5 minutes. Match was pretty good, gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. And we move on with that. Damn, it is windy outside. Holy shit. It is what it is. Alright, then we go to a video of the Up Up Down Down team previewing Seth Rollins and Logan Paul via WWE 2K23. We saw Liv Morgan, nice little dress. We saw Tyler Breeze, interesting. I think we saw somebody, a couple other people, I forget who they were, but it was an interesting segment, and that's pretty much it. Sounds like a tornado outside, with all that wind outside, jeez. But we move on. Alright, now we get a recap of how we got to Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. Basically, Rollins is not happy that Logan Paul is getting so much attention without really being a wrestler. And then they show Logan Paul eliminating Seth from the Royal Rumble, crossing him at the Elimination Chamber. And then Logan Paul knocking Seth the fuck out, not once but twice, with that steel plate in his hand. That should be illegal. So that sets up this match. Alright, so this is match number 3. Let me get my notes. There we go. Alright, so we got Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. Logan Paul comes out first. He gets lifted up and then comes down on a zip line, all while mic'd up. It's like, look at me, I'm on a zip line! Trying to emulate, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels from Wrestlemania 13. And boy, that zip line was slow as fuck. Not like, when Shawn Michaels came down that zip line, it was like, zoom! That was damn good. But in any case, he comes down with somebody in a Prime Energy drink, and then we find out later in the match that it was that his best friend and his good buddy KSI. Didn't he get knocked out by somebody? Logan Paul's an idiot. His dumb brother Jake's an idiot, and KSI's a bigger idiot. Oh man, a lot of YouTubers want to fuck all three of them up. Put my name in the hat, I'll kick their ass, but I'm not, just saying. But in any case, blah 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 blah. All right, so Rollins then comes out. We see a conductor from the Los Angeles Symphony or something like that, conducting the crowd to sing. Oh! That was nice. And then Seth comes out in a big red jacket. Don't know where he got that from. Maybe the Men's Warehouse, because that's always our sponsor. And when you go to Men's Warehouse, hey, maybe you can get one of Seth Rollins' epic suits. And you can wear it yourself. And maybe, just maybe, you'll like the way you look. I can almost guarantee that. But we move on with that. So, point to Rollins on the entrance. And that's it. Alright, so this match was pretty good in itself. So it starts off with a feeling out process. I like that. Rollins takes Logan Paul down easily. Goes for the stomp early, but Logan pops back up, sends him to the outside. He gets back in. Rollins sends Logan into the corner, where Logan snaps Rollins' throat across the top. Ow. Then he hits the Maverick, which is the buckshot lariat. That connects, and then Logan Paul starts stomping away at Seth Rollins' ribs. Then we get a standing moonsault for a near fall. Then Logan Paul locks in the octopus on the mat. That gets broken up, so Logan jumps from the mat to the top rope, goes to the moonsault, and which allows Rollins to throw him over the top rope to the floor. And then not one, not two, but three suicide dives by Rollins, and he stomps Paul's hand on the steps. Ow. They go back in. They trade rollers for a near fall. And then Logan Paul knocks Seth the fuck out. But he can't make the cover because his hand got stomped on the steel steps. So we get a delayed cover for a near fall. And then Rollins loads up for another stomp. Then we see the Prime mascot get on the, I think he got on, no, he distracted Seth, and then he takes, he opens his mask, and then we see that idiot KSI, Logan Paul's business partner, and he's a boxer and YouTuber, he's an idiot, but I digress, which allows Logan Paul to knock him out on the announcer's table. Said it not Michael Cole? Damn. So he goes up top looking for the big frog splash, like he did the Roman back at Crown Jewel, but Seth rolled off the table, then he puts KSI on the table, and Logan Paul, kind of in midair, trying to fit, move, but he went through the table, knocks KSI the fuck out after, putting him through the Spanish announce table. That damn Spanish announce table should be in the Hall of Fame. Gets no respect. Like Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, I got no respect. But in any case, to go back in, Seth tries for the pedigree. He hits it for a near fall. Goes for the stomp, gets counted into a fireman's carry gutbuster, or the go to sleep, according to commentary. Why can't Michael Cole or Corey Graves know the fucking name of the moves? When they have so much experience. Morons. So anyway, Logan Paul goes up and hits the frog splash for a near fall. Then he tries to go coast to coast to only get super kicked out of midair, which leads to the stomp by Seth Rollins. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is your winner. And a pretty decent match. I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. 16 minute match. And Seth Rollins is your winner. And then we move on. That's that. Alright, then before we get to match number 4 on the evening, we get a recap of the whole Trish Stratus, Lita, Becky Lynch versus Damage Control feud. Becky needed some help with the numbers game, so Lita shows up during the cage match, makes the save, then they won the tag team titles, I think like a week or so later. And then, for good measure, Trish Stratus showed up for that as well. So now we get a 6-woman tag team match. And Trish is kind of pissed off that Becky suggested that she's just backup. Well, Becky's backup. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, coming in, I thought that Trish might turn tonight, but obviously they did not. So anyway, Damage Control comes out. Bailey, don't give me a hug. Dakota Kai and my third wife, Io Shirai, or Io Sky, looking hot. You want to know what makes Daddy Gilmore's dick hard? Io, and tomorrow night it'll be Asuka. Oh yes. We move on with that. So they come out, and then Trish and company, they come out like they get a comic book themed video, which kind of reminded me of Sin City or Sin City 2. And all we needed was Jessica Alba to come out and freaking shake her hot ass. That I love that scene in that movie. The first one and the second one. Oh. But in any case, so we start off with a brawl before the bell. Becky can't get the manhandle slam. And then we get an assisted double neck breaker by Damage Control, drops Becky. And then Io hits a running boot in the corner. Becky gets out of trouble, but Dakota Kai breaks up the tag attempt. But on the second attempt, that works, and Lita comes back in to clean house, even though she was like moving at a snail's pace and kind of hesitant. I'm like, oh man. I don't know if it's ring rust or just old age for Lita, because she looks really slow in the ring. Slow as, she looks like a rookie. Like, what am I, going this way? What am I supposed to do? I forgot. So it kind of brought kind of made me like, oh man, I don't want to watch this. And they're the tag team champions. Go figure that one out. So anyway, a cheap shot puts Damage Control back in control. Pun intended. Then he starts beating down on Lita. Lita suplexes her way out of trouble. Gets the hot tag. The lovely Trish Stratus comes in like a ball of fire. Beats the crap out of Dakota Kai in the corner. Then she hits a neck breaker for a near fall. Goes for the Stratosphere, gets broken up. But Trish sends Dakota Kai down onto the other to Bailey and Io. With a big-time crash on the outside with the Stratosphere, of course. They get back in. Becky goes up top, hits a top rope leg drop, which sets up another leg drop. Goes for the disarmer, and it gets broken up. Then she goes for the manhandle slam a second time. Io gets in a cheap shot, which allowed Bailey to hit the rose plant for a near fall, as Lita made the save. And then all 6 women are in the ring. Trish hits Dakota Kai with Stratisfaction. Guaranteed. Becky rolls Bailey up for a near fall, and then everybody but Io falls to the floor. So then Io goes up top and does what she does. She's the genius of the sky, and she hits the beautiful moonsault onto everybody. Not that it did anything for the fans. Then everybody gets back in. They kind of have a stare down. Then we have a big slug out in the middle of the ring. Lita hits the twist of fate. Trish hits the kick. All on Dakota Kai and Io. So Trish hits the kick, sets up the Lita assault, and then Bailey put Becky on the top rope, but Becky comes back with a super manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. Trish, Becky, and Lita get the win in over 14 and a half minutes. Match was meh. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. But that's pretty much it for that. Trish did pretty good. Everybody looked good, because that's always a plus. Booty meat in that ring. Everybody did good, but man, Lita, could have been way worse. But still, man, I think after Lita and Becky lose the belts, I think Lita should just not get back in the ring ever again. Nothing bad about Lita, but, she's gorgeous, but, I mean, I just think her, I don't know, maybe there's an injury we don't know about, because she's really slow in the ring. She just, goes at 5 miles an hour. So I don't know what's going on with Lita. I just don't know. But in any case, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. All right, now we got a recap of the whole, I can talk. The whole Rey Mysterio and his so-called son, Dominic Guerrero, pero. And all that. Rey's trying to be the best dad he can. Dom thinks he's a deadbeat and he should have been Eddie's son. We all know he's his son, right, Eddie? That's right, pero. That's right, my friend, amigo. Dominic is my son. I don't understand why Rey is such a deadbeat piece of crap pendejo, pero. I don't know. So Dom got all sick of living in the shadow. And then, last week we saw, Dom yell at Angie, his mom, and Aaliyah, his sister, telling him to shut up. And then Rey had enough, knocked Dom right in the face. And then really Dom, this past week on Raw, saying that, I wish, I was with Eddie and everything, blah, blah, blah. Still calling Rey a deadbeat dad. And then at the Hall of Fame, they sat down and then they got up and left. Dom, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest all left while Rey was giving his speech at the end. So we got all that and everything. All right, then we see a video of Dom in jail. I don't know how he got back there. But anyway, he's in his cell. And then we kind of see, you got to see the video, of Dom doing that promo in jail, Mommy, bail me out! And prison changes a man. I served hard time, and I survived. So we get that, and then they take him out of his cell, put him in the back of a police van, and then we see the van, the corrections officer's van, come back into the arena. Dominic is still cuffed, and he comes out with a purple lucha mask, which was Rey's mask from Halloween Havoc '97 when he had that epic match with Eddie. You remember that, Eddie? Oh yeah, I remember that match. I did everything I could, but that pendejo beat me. He cheated. But it was still a good match there, Eddie. Oh, thank you, Pedro. Okay. But in any case, that was kind of cool. And he gets taken to the ring by armed guards. And one of the guards was Officer Dan Barry, indie wrestler from CZW. If you didn't know that by now. I think you should. But in any case, that was kind of cool. And then Rey comes out with Snoop Diggity Dogg in a lowrider. And driven by Snoop Dogg. And they play Nothing But a G Thing, Baby. And then transition to Eddie Guerrero's Viva La Raza theme. What did you think of that, Rey? I didn't like it, Pedro. I wish Dom used that because, he's my son, he's better than that. Rey's stealing my gimmick, I say. I should sue him. Well, you're dead, Eddie, so. Okay. So that was kind of cool. Then we see Rey greet Bad Bunny, who was at WrestleMania doing Spanish commentary. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, so this match was good. Great story told throughout the match. And let's get into it. So Dom shoves Rey around a little bit, starts posing. And Rey sends Dom to the outside to even things up. To get back in, Rey snaps off a running Hurricane Rana and then sends Dom into the corner, and then he takes off his belt and starts whipping his ass. And freaking Michael Cole, the whole fucking match, like, yeah, Ray, spank that motherfucker. You know, I'm like, damn, Cole. Cole, you biased asshole. Anyway, Dom goes to the outside, and then we see Angie and Aaliyah in the front row, and Dom steals Aaliyah's drink and throws it right in the face, and then Aaliyah's like, motherfucker! She tries to go over the barricade, and I think had to be stopped by Angie. Okay. Ray isn't having any of that, and helps, helps her get back over the barricade. Which allows Dom to get in a cheap shot. Then he hits a Falcon Arrow. And Dominic goes to the outside, starts yelling at Angie, who slaps the taste out of his mouth. And, Ray's like, yeah! Not Ray, sorry. Cole's like, get him, Angie! Get him! Like, Cole, stop! And then him and freaking Corey Graves are like yelling at each other, and Cole's like yelling. He's like, you're a dad. Wouldn't you do the same thing? And Cole's like, I'm not Cole. And Corey Graves is like, Cole, calm down, you asshole. And he's like still going like the entire match. They're yelling at each other. And then eventually Corey Graves like, oh, I don't condone that, what he did with the Angie, and everything. And then Cole's like, oh, that's a lie. You like that. Oh my God, shut up. I just like, shut up, keep your feelings to yourself, and call the goddamn match. You fucking marks. But anyway, Ray makes a save on that. Throws Angie a kissy, smoochy. Dom gets in another cheap shot as we get back in, and then the rest of Judgment Day, besides Mommy Rhea Ripley, Fiend Balor and Papi Priest come out. Dominic loads up a powerbomb, sends Ray backwards, face first into the turnbuckle. Ow! That was nasty. That was sick. Anyway, so Dom goes to the Three Amigos like Eddie Guerrero, they say. See, my son does it almost better than me. Okay. That gets broken up. Ray fights back, but then the Judgment, Finn and Finn and Priest, they close to the scratcher, which leaves Dominic in another cheap shot. And then the LWO come out. Well, basically, Legado. They all come out, minus Selena Vega. Took them long enough to get out. They go after the Judgment Day, but that distracts Dominic to hit a 619 into the Eddie Guerrero the frog splash for a near fall. So with nothing else working, Dominic whips out a chain. I don't know where he got that chain. Goes to hit Ray, but then Bad Bunny comes off commentary and takes it away, which leads to Ray hitting Dom with the 619, goes up top, hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Damn. Rey Mysterio is your winner. He beats his son in under 14 and a half minutes. Match was pretty damn good. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And freaking Cole's going berserk. Corey Graves like really not giving 2 fucks. And that's pretty much it. And then Angie and Aaliyah come in the ring and they celebrate with Ray and everything. More kissies from Ray and Angie. I'm like, get a room. And that's pretty much it. So I was not over yet because now that Bad Bunny got involved, we could probably see either Dom versus Bad Bunny at Backlash, or Ray can get involved, and then Ray and Bad Bunny take on Dominic Mysterio and either probably Papi Priest because he's from Puerto Rico. So probably be that. So one of those scenarios. But we'll have to see what happens with all that. So this storyline between Ray and Dom not over yet, but it probably will be over at Backlash. But we'll see what happens with that. All right. Speaking of Backlash, we're gonna ad for that coming your way May the 6th in Puerto Rico. That should be pretty damn fun. Alright, after that, we get a recap of Charlotte Flair, Horseface Charlotte Flair, and Mommy Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So, this is match number number 6, I believe. Yeah, actually, it's match number 6. Weird, there was 7 matches on the card, but they added one. I'll get to that horrible match when we get to it. So anyway, we have Mommy Rhea Ripley versus Horseface Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So they hit shoulders to start. Charlotte goes down, which allows Mommy Rhea Ripley to tell her to suck it. They get back in, they slug it out. Rhea knocks Charlotte into the corner. Then she locks in a body scissors on Charlotte, followed by a German suplex to cut off Charlotte's comeback. But Charlotte does come back, gets on a shot, goes after the knee, as is her custom. He goes after the legs. Typical Flair move. But Rhea Ripley isn't having any of that. Goes for Riptide, it gets blocked. Then they trade big boots. Knocks both of them down. And then they slug it out until Charlotte slaps off a fallaway slam. And then goes up top, but takes too much time. Rhea catches over with a release German superplex. And man, did Charlotte almost come down on her freaking neck. Ooh. There's a couple of moves that Rhea hit, and Charlotte kind of did like a turn, she flipped and kind of almost under rotated and came down on her neck. Oof. But it is what it is. So just that gets a near fall. Rhea's kind of stunned. Charlotte goes to the knee again, hits natural selection for a near fall. Then they go to the outside. Charlotte misses a charge into the steps, which allows Rhea to hit a belly to back face plant for a near fall in the middle of the ring. And then anyway, we see Charlotte has a little cut on her nose. Blah 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 blah. Charlotte rolls some German suplexes of her own. Rhea gets one of her own. And like I said, Charlotte almost landed on the top of her fucking head. Ooh. But she's fine enough to hit the big boot. Rhea is sent to the outside. She goes up. Charlotte goes up top, hits the beautiful moonsault. Starts yelling, "Ah!" Get back in. She goes to the figure 4. It gets blocked as Rhea Ripley counters it. Charlotte almost runs into Jessica Carr, the referee, which leads Rhea to hit Riptide, and we're about to. I thought we had a new champion there, but somehow Charlotte kicked out that too. And Rhea's like, "What?" So she's stunned. She's talking to Jessica. I was like, "That was 3, ref." And then Charlotte comes from behind with a fruit roll up for a near fall. But Rhea comes right back, locks in the prism trap. Charlotte has to escape, making the ropes. And then Jessica Carr almost gets bumped again. And that led to Charlotte hitting a spear. And Rhea kicked out just in time for a near fall. Then they slug it out again. Charlotte hits another big boot. Locks in the figure 4, but Rhea is right next to the rope. So Rhea goes to the apron. Then they both get up. Charlotte being dropped face first onto the ring post. Ow! And Charlotte gets knocked the fuck out. So Rhea brings her over and picks her up and hits a super Riptide. 1, 2, 3. We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion in Mommy Rhea Ripley. And that's pretty much it. Match was pretty damn good, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. That's rare for a Charlotte Flair match, but this was pretty damn good. Fans loved it. I liked it, so I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Match time, 23.5 minutes. So, pretty damn good match. So, congratulations to Mommy Rhea Ripley, who is now your SmackDown Women's Champion. So we'll see what happens with her next week. That's that. Alright. So after that, we hear from Austin Theory, who brags about his win and asks if you believe in me now. I don't think the fans do, dude. I don't think so. So, we have to see what happens with that, and we move on. All right, then we have Miz and Snoop Diggity Dogg in the ring and announced the attendance 80,497, which was way more than originally saying, over 75,000. Anyway, Snoop Dogg says the only thing better than those numbers would be if Miz had a match. So Miz is like, well, Snoop, I did put out an open challenge for a match on social media, including MySpace. MySpace, Kenny? MySpace? Are you kidding me? I mean, all you had to do was just call me. Maybe. Anyway, basically nobody answered that. And then we hear the music of Pat McAfee, who comes out, and freaking Michael Cole has an orgasm in his pants. Oh, it's Pat! It's Pat! Oh my god! And Corey goes like, settle down, Cole! Man, what was up with Cole tonight? He was freaking marking out for Pat, his butt buddy Pat McAfee, and then he starts screaming at Corey Graves, because of Dom, going back and forth. Then he apologizes, and Corey goes like, oh, it's okay, Cole. That was me. I was like, fuck you, Cole. You're like, yeah, okay, Cole. Okay. I'm sorry. I was like, it's whatever, Cole. Let's just focus on the next match. And then, when the pay-per-view is over, I would go up to him and say, Cole, if you ever scream at me like that again, I'm going to pop you in the face. Stop being a mark. But it is what it is. So Pat McAfee comes out and says, well, I didn't see any open challenge on social media, but since I'm on my Wrestlemania tank top, how about you and me have an impromptu match? What do you say, fans? I'm like, no. So Miz like, well, I would love to do that, but I'm the host. I can't really make the match. And Pat McAfee says, oh, what's the matter, Miz? Are your balls very small, tiny balls? And then Pat asks, who can make a match? And then Snoop Dogg says, well, I'm the host. I have this gold belt. So here's a referee. You're like, where did that referee come from? And he's like, the match is on. So Miz starts yelling at him. Snoop says, I don't do this. I just rap. Yeah, you don't do it. Right. Right there, Snoop. Didn't you do a clothesline one time in WWE, and then you did it again in AEW? You, sir, are a liar! I still love you, but you're a liar. But I digress. So then we get to this impromptu match number 7. Miz and Pat McAfee, a waste of 3.5 minutes. Did I say 3.5 minutes? Miz in his street clothes walks right into a spine buster. Then he puts Miz on top, backflips off, which allows Miz to dive into a super kick on the outside. And then we see one of my favorite people in the crowd, and that is San Francisco 49ers! Tight end and wrestling fanatic George Kittle, who jumped over the barricade and hit a clothesline on the Miz. Picture perfect, by the way. Oh, by the way, to that idiot this morning who said that Brandon Ayuk went to the Giants. Yeah, we all know it was April Fool's, asshole. Typical of a New York Giant fan to write that on Twitter. Moron! But anyway, George Kittle jumps over the barricade, clotheslines Miz down, the fans went nuts. You know why? Because there was a lot of 49er fans there! Because that's basically, one of the homes of the Niners. Because, wherever they go, Niner fans are there. The faithful go everywhere. Kind of like the seven-line army for the Mets. They go everywhere. The best fans of them all. I mean, come on now. So, yeah. SoFi Stadium is like really Levi Stadium 2. And technically in Arizona, where the Arizona Cardinals play, when the Niners go in, 95% of the fans are Niner fans, so it's basically a home game. It's sad. It is sad. And Arizona is a garbage team. I'm sorry. And the Rams are even worse. Yeah, you beat us in the NFC title game. 2 years ago. Big damn deal because we choked. Like, big deal. And then you won the Super Bowl. Whoop-de-doo! But what happened this year? You went nowhere. Horrible season you had. I don't know why Sean McVay, I think it's Sean McVay, is still on the team as the coach. Odell Beckham Jr. supposedly maybe going to the Jets. Oh, man. Man, that Jet team might look actually damn lethal and scary. They got Rodgers. And God forbid they get Odell Beckham Jr. With that receiving core they got. I'm nervous if I'm on these. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm looking at the Jets. I'm like, oh shit, we might see them in the AFC title game. You never know. Imagine the Jets in the Super Bowl next year. Imagine. Make me happy because I'm a New Yorker. I love the Jets. I mean, I gotta love the Jets, but I don't like the Giants. The Giants are garbage, and they're my dad's team. But when the Niners play the Giants, I always have to, we always have a, we have a tussle, not a tussle. We watch the game and like, look like your Giants are getting beat 31-0, man. And then he's like, get out of my house now. But we have fun. It's all in the spirit of competition. But anyway, we got that. So that got the crowd lit up. And then Pat hits a flip dive. We got a flip dive off the ropes to take the Miz out. Back in the ring. And we get the punt kick. And it was good. To knock out the Miz. 1, 2, 3. 3.5 minutes later. Did I say 3.5 minutes? Pat McAfee wins this match. So, Pat wanted his Wrestlemania moment, and he got another one, because he's not coming back to commentary. So, I guess that's probably going to be the last time we see Pat McAfee. Unless he does another impromptu match this year, or maybe next year. But still, match wasn't really needed. So, I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And I'm just going to move on with that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, then we get a video for next year's WrestleMania, WrestleMania XL. We're going to go extra large, my friends, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where nothing is extra large there. That's true. Nothing is extra large in Philly, because Philly fucking sucks dick. You don't believe me? Ask the New York wrestling fans. And the New York sports fans how much Philly sucks. They do. I mean, if you have a freaking guy named EDP445 as a fan, your fan base really sucks if you have the P word. You know what he is. You know what he is. That's what he is. Fat piece of crap. And the Philly fans, they're the class, they're horrible. They hate the Met fans. The Met fans hate them. They hate the Braves. They hate the Yankees. But really classy those fans, especially on Twitter when Edwin Diaz got hurt. All the Philly fans like, oh yeah, yeah, Mets are done. And I'm like, the season didn't start yet, you fucking marks. Shut the fuck up. And by the way, how about the game today? 18-6 or 18-2, whatever it was. You got destroyed. Shut the fuck up! And you lose to Texas, which is even worse. I mean, you get a big lead on Jacob deGrom, and then... Shut the fuck up and sit in last place for now. You bunch of fucking idiots. Go suck each other off, because that's what you do best in the city of brotherly love. And the Flyers, they suck. The 76ers, they suck. And the Eagles, Eagles had a chance to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and They do what they do best. Stink. Good season, but came up just a little bit short. But it is what it is. Now their defense is basically gone because one of the main components of that defense is now on the Niners. So that Niners defense looks was number 2 last year. I think it's going to be number 1 with a bullet. So there you go. We move on. All right, so Wrestlemania next year in Philly. So save up your money now for whenever, sometime in April. It's gonna be cold. You want to go to Philly next year and it's gonna like rain or it might snow and it's gonna be like 50 degrees? You better bring your jackets and, God forbid it snows down there or it rains. Hopefully it doesn't because there's no dome. So if it rains, Wrestlemania will probably be canceled. But we'll see. We shall see. But anyway, after that, we get a recap of the whole Usos Steenerico feud. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Get all that. So the Usos come in 622 days as undisputed tag team champions. And as always, throw up your ones because, like the Bloodline, we are the ones, and you motherfuckers that don't like them and don't like me, well, you're a bunch of number 2s. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so we get to the match. The Usos come out. Well, before that, Little Uzi Vert, some rapper from Philly, performs his stupid auto-tune song. I don't even know what the fuck he's saying. I'm on Twitter, I'm like, who the fuck is this mumble rapper? Get him out of here. First of all, he's from Philly. Who thinks of these people coming into WrestleMania? If they're from Philly, why don't they perform next year in Philly? Think, McFly! Think! I got a paper due tomorrow. And if I hand it in with your handwriting, I get expelled. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you? No, Biff. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna finish it right and finish it tonight, and I'm gonna run it off tomorrow. Well, don't make it too late. I sleep in on Sundays, McFly. Oh, McFly, your shoes untied. So gullible, McFly. I don't want to see you in here anymore. Gotta love Back to the Future. I can recite the entire freaking movie, the first one. And probably number 2, too. One of my favorite 80s movies. But I digress. Alright, so the Usos come out, and then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come out. They had nice PWG-inspired gear. Nice, Kev. Nice. Loved it. By the way, Kevin Owens can eat 6 sticker bars. If you didn't watch the press conference. And by the way, Issa once again got a question. She asked a question to Triple H. It's all a matter of time. All a matter of time before she gets a job with the WWE. Hopefully she'll take me with her. So I'll work for Hunter. Any day of the week, I'll work for Hunter. I'll clean the ring if I have to. I won't put it up, but I'll clean it. I'll be one of those guys, like when ECW was around, they had a guy who swept the ring. Sweep it up, asshole, sweep it up. I'll be that guy. I'll get paid handsomely. And all I have to do is sweep the ring and do all that, and I'm making a good salary. Just have to stay away from Stephanie. But Stephanie will probably just be in her office in Stamford, Connecticut, so with her, with Vince. So won't have to see Stephanie much. Hi, Steph. But I digress. All right, so that was that. All right, so this was an epic match. Epic. We start off with Jay taking over on Sammy, sending him to the outside for a clothesline, sends him into the ring post. Ow. We get back in. The Usos start taking turns on Sammy, who gets to, he's like, staggering around like a little Mexican ragdoll. That was not racist, but I'm just saying. He's barely hanging in there. But Sammy finally gets away, gets the hot tag to Kev, who comes in, goes berserk, with a swanton off the top to the floor, taking out both Usos. Then the bullfrog splash inside the ring, gets a near fall. Goes for a swanton again on Jimmy, but Jimmy gets his knees up. And then Jay adds the superfly splash for a near fall. Owens comes right back, kicks Jimmy into the corner, and it's a cannonball. And then Sami Zayn hits a Bleen Buster on the apron on Jay. Ouch. Then the swanton by Kevin gets a near fall on Jimmy. A lot of chaos right there. And then Sami Zayn goes up top and hits the Superfly splash on Jimmy. Man, they were going to town on the Usos from at this point. Then Sami hits the Blue Thunder Bomb. And we all know that only worked once for Sami. But Jay comes in off a blind tag. Then we get a jumping super kick, hits Sami for a near fall. Then we get more super kicks for a near fall, as Kevin made the save. Then we get double basement super kicks. It was like a super kick party without the Bucks. For a near fall on Sami, who won't give up. Owens breaks up the 1D, sends Jimmy into the announcer table over and over and over and over and over again. Should have hit Michael Cole, just for good measure. Jay makes a save, and then we get a double choke slam, sending Kev through the announcer's table. I think it was the main announce table, I don't remember, but anyway. So then they hit the 1D on Sami, and I was like, oh, it's over. 622 and counting. No, Sami kicked out at 2. And Jay is pissed. So he starts unloading on Sami in the corner. Sami looks like he's dead, or drunk. And freaking Jay has to hold him up. Then he puts him in the corner, hits the hell of a kick on Sami to make it worse for him. And then he starts talking shit. But Sami comes back and hits the exploder into the corner. Owens gets back up for the tag. And then Sami hits the hell of a kick on Jimmy. We get a stunner to Jay. They go for the cover. New champs, but they kick out at 2. Almost won the titles. They get back up. Owens yells at Sami. He says, "Let's end this!" So we get a whole ton of super kicks. But Owens gets dropped. Sami is kicked on the floor. He sets up the double superfly splash on Kev, but somehow Kev kicked out of that. Then more super kicks to Kev, but he reverses a superplex attempt into the swinging fisherman superplex off the middle rope. Then get the big tag to Sami, who hits the hell of a kick in the corner to Jay. And then he says something in his ear. Oh, one point in the match when Jimmy, I think it was Jimmy or Jay was in the corner with Kev. The mic was on, and you could hear Kev talking to I think Jimmy or Jay. You could clearly pick it up. It's like, hit me in the balls or something like that, right? Telling him some move. WWE's trying to do more of that, with the trash talking, with the mic on, but, limit it a little bit because, they kind of, talking in the ring, telling them what to do next, like hit the Superfly Splash, cut the mic. We don't need to hear that. Kind of gives away from the match and everything. But anyway, so Sami whispers something into Jay's ear. Then he hits another hell of a kick. Then Owens comes in and hits Jimmy with the stunner, knocking him out of the ring. And then Sami backs up, hits a third hell of a kick. And Jay is knocked for a loop, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. We have new new undisputed tag team champions in Steenerico. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens get the win and end the 622-day reign of the Usos. They are the new champs, so the Bloodline took a major hit. And now it's all up to Roman Reigns tomorrow night if he can beat Cody. But there's a probably be about a 65 to 70% chance that Cody Rhodes will beat Roman for both belts, and the entire Bloodline storyline will finally end at 900. Well, Roman's reign will end at 945 days. Really should go to 1,000, but we shall see. Roman wants to take off so bad. He wants to take a long vacation. So we'll have to see what happens with that. If they make Cody the face of the company, well, Roman goes on vacation, then he comes back, if he comes back. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But this match was great. 4.5 out of 5 stars. And that ends a pretty emotional night of WrestleMania. Owens and Sami celebrate, big emotional moment. The pyro goes off. They get a big highlight package after that, and we get all that. And then at the press conference, really it was just Rhea Ripley, talking about her win over Charlotte. Rey Mysterio there talking about his win against Dom. I forget who else was there. Kevin and Sammy were there. Kevin's eating like 6-7 Snickers. Okay. And then Triple H comes out, talks about the show and everything. Like I said, Issa got her question answered again by Hunter. And Issa was giving her a question, and Hunter knew it was her, and I was like, you darling little devil, you. And then Issa's like, thank you. Then he's like, I'll see you at Backlash. Issa's so happy to get Backlash in Puerto Rico. I don't know how I don't know, but Hunter, he did a good thing back at I think it was the Survivor Series when Issa was just there and everybody else was asking questions. He's hey, let you answer my question, please. And Hunter, being the great guy that he is, said, hey, give this gorgeous lady some time and let her ask a question. And she asked a question and said, hey, well, WWE go to like Puerto Rico and blah, blah, blah. And then, Hunter says, look out for Puerto Rico. And then a couple months go by, and then we get the announcement that Backlash is in Puerto Rico. And Issa goes crazy. And then tonight at the press conference, Hunter gave her another wink. I tell Issa all the time in her chat, it's like, you're going to get signed by WWE. Just bring me with you. I'll carry your bags. No, okay, I won't do that. But I'll take over for freaking Michael Cole. I will. I'll do it. I'll work for NXT. I'll sit next to Vic Joseph. I don't give a shit. I'd rather sit next to Wade Barrett. That'd be good. It's like, I'm Peter Joseph. Next to me is Bad News Wade Barrett. Hello, Wade. Do you have any bad news for me? I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, Mr. Joseph there. I'm like, uh-oh. But yeah, I would do some great commentary with Wade Barrett. I tell a good story. I can, have a lot of passion. I mean, I have the voice for radio. Why do you think I work in music? Just for my health? No, because I'm knowledgeable about music. I know a lot of things about the music business. I've done college radio. I want to get to that next level, like satellite radio. But, very hard to get into Sirius XM satellite radio and all that other shit. So, YouTube is kind of like being on the radio, but, well, on camera. People want, they even before they came on YouTube, saying that, I didn't really want to do YouTube. I didn't want to, show myself on camera. Maybe they had, didn't, like the way they look and everything, It is what it is. I got experience doing it on MySpace. Remember that? MySpace, Kenny? MySpace, when I did the early version of TTM TV, which became the Gilmore Chronicles, which now is the Shadows Lair. So I started that 2005 when MySpace was still around. and then I transitioned into podcast form, and I did for like a couple months. Me and Rosa did a podcast together called the Rosa and Peter Experience. Did a couple of videos for a website that's now defunct. I wish I got all those episodes back. I can't. And then August of 2009, I finally got a camcorder, and I started my YouTube career. I didn't know. I thought it was just gonna be a guy that was just talk wrestling and movies and sports, do reviews here and there. Back in the day when it was like 10 minutes, couldn't even do a review, what it is. But I didn't think I was going to have some success or any success at all. But, early on, I didn't get a lot of subs, and then I got a lot of subs later on. I got noticed on NoDQ.com, not once, but twice. Had my videos back then on my original Human Killer 99 channel. Over 5,000 hits each on those videos, which are now gone, which sucks. And then I started building myself. I got a lot of subs, but then sadly I got involved with petty, stupid drama with a bunch of dorks. And even doing that, I got subs, but I didn't want to get subs through drama. And the fake trolls coming on my channel, all that stuff, blah blah blah. And I was getting near 500 subs at the time, and then. Sadly, the false flagging started, and my Human Killer 99 channel got terminated. I hated it. I had to make other channels, and some of them went down, but I didn't have the sub success that I had. And then I made Killer Demons, and that was slow, and then started going over the next couple of years, started getting more subs, and then 2015 comes, and I did a little bit of a sub, but it wasn't I didn't just do it all the time. I did it for like a month, and then I just I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. And ever since then, I never touched a sub-for-sub site. So, it is what it is. I mean, I get what I get, whether it be a fake trolls making a fake accounts, or it's an actual real person. I mean, I looked at my sub count today on this channel. I got 428 subs, which I had 422, and now I have 428 now. So I'm kind of slowly going up to 450. I'm hoping by the end of the year, maybe get close to 500, which would be nice. One of my milestones. But we'll see. I take it as I come. I'm not here for to get a lot of subs. I'm just here just to talk about wrestling and talk about it with some good people, not assholes. And get involved with assholes, because, I got into that game and it kind of hurt me and everything. Now I'm out of the game, and I'm just focused on myself and getting better physically and mentally. That's why I'm going to be taking a mental break soon. Partly a vacation, partly a mental break. So, kind of get off YouTube for a little bit and focus on something else rather than mindless trolls that have no fucking life. So that's it. I mean, I gave myself like a 6-month journey, and hopefully in the next 6 months, by Labor Day or maybe before the end of September, hopefully I will be in the right frame of mind again, and just continue to build every day, get better every day, control my anger, which still, it's a work in progress. Trying to get less upset and think more positively, and not think of the worst thing that could possibly happen. I got my struggles, and in my everyday life, with work and with the missus, of course, and other things. But I get through it. Trying to get back with God. I'm not saying I'm gonna be, this isn't about religion or getting back with God. I'm a God, obsessed with God and everything. I'm gonna be, Jesus or anything like that. I just feel like I want to get back with God and everything. And hopefully he'll point me to what he made me out to be. And I think this whole thing, with me doing YouTube, getting a degree in communications, not the perfect way to get that degree. You know, I could have worked for, you know, somewhere I can, you know, on college, not on college radio, but on regular radio. I could have, you know, I could do something else with my degree. But, you know, music has always been one of my passions, and I followed my dream, and I'm working in music, so it is what it is. But one of my other passions is wrestling, and I kind of got my foot in the door with Joel Maximo training me, and I wanted to work as a ring announcer or a commentary, which is still one of my passions, but you know, kind of gave up on it. But you know, I met some good people along the way, like Joel Maximo, Prince Nana, you know, one of my good friends who kind of got me into meeting Joel Maximo. You know, I know my friend Shane. My friend Shane works in an indie company. I know the promoter of a couple of companies that I frequent. But in any case, you know, I love the wrestling business. I love to get into it. You know, Issa's already in it. You know, she's been on the pre-shows and not the pre-show, the press conferences and everything. I mean, she's a ring announcer now for Puerto Rico. She's doing a lot of things, you know. So she followed her dreams. She's doing very good for herself. And, you know, if I, you know, hopefully, you know, if I can meet the right people and maybe send in, you know, I still have them on my channel. My commentary is not the greatest commentary in the world, but, you know, not great camera work either, but, you know, I could send it to maybe Prince Nana. Maybe Prince Nana could send it to, like, you know, Tony Khan. He said, maybe, just maybe, he's like, oh, this kid has a lot of passion. Let's give him a chance. You never know. I could be on Dark or Elevation or Collision if it ever comes out. Or, no, I won't be on Ring of Honor. I'm not going to sit next to Ian Ricker Boring, but, you know, I'll sit next to the Pasta, you know, Caprice Coleman. I'll sit next to him any day of the week. Or Nigel. Man, I met Nigel many times before, and he's a very good guy. But, yeah. But you never know. You never know. You follow your dreams and never give up on your dreams. Someday, you know, pray to God and, you know, just someday your dreams will come true. You know, I always go to concerts and stuff, and, you know, my dream was always to be on stage with, like, Ozzy, or let me kill my Steve from Motorhead, we play rock and roll. Ace of Spades got a wound in my face. All right, you know, it would always been my dream to, you know, be on stage, you know, rocking out with Ozzy either on the side of the stage or on stage. And then, you know, when In This Moment came around, you know, and then they started, you know, when they started bringing the fans on stage, I was like, you know, I could be that guy. And, you know, when they did it, you know, when they came around all the time in New York, I was always at the front of the stage. You know, they always pointed me out. They knew who I was. They still know who I am. You know, then I had that acoustic show, which I kind of ruined because some idiot behind me was screaming in my ear, and I told him to shut up. You know what? I kind of yelled at him. I was like, shut up. And then Maria heard me. She's like, hey, you know, during Lost at Sea, which, you know, I ruined the entire acoustic show. And I got kind of chewed out by a couple of In This Moment fans. But still, you know, I went up to him after the show, and I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the show. They're like, no, don't worry about it. Water on the bridge. And, like, a few years later, I'm still an In This Moment fan. They still know who the hell I am. When I see them, it's like, oh, Peter Gilmore. Well, now it's Peter Joe, so I can't say no, not Gilmore anymore. You know, in any case, you know, met them so many times. And, you know, even back during the Assault Coast Wasteland tour they did in New York City, right at the end of the show, sometimes they would bring up, like, little kids and, or, you know, babies and stuff, and they would be on the, you know, Maria would bring them on the stage, unannounced and everything. It's like, oh, let's bring them up. You know, I wanted to be that guy, you know, but never got the chance. But I never gave up on that dream. I never gave up on that. I was like, one day, One day I will be up on that stage with the mighty In This Moment. And then the fateful day, the Black Widow release party in New York City, you know, when Maria was, you know, doing the thing where she brought the fans on stage and they put them in the big bad wolf cage and everything. You know, going to that show, when that part came, I talked to like 5 women who were behind me, some hot fucking women that were gorgeous as hell. And I said, bet you nothing I'm going to get on that stage. Bet you nothing. And they go, oh, I hope so. And then, I don't know how, it was maybe by the faith, maybe by, you know, the light of God, you know, God must have said, yep, pick that guy right there, dude. So, Maria must have saw me. She had to see me, but the whole show, she had to see me. But she picked me out of the crowd, not because I'm a Make-A-Wish kid, because you have no, I mean, that's retarded of you thinking that. It's just at the right place at the right time. She picked me, and I go, yep, told you. Told those ladies, said, yep, there we go. Got on stage, you shouldn't have worn that goddamn jacket I was wearing. Because I didn't want to lose my spot at the front of the stage, because I wouldn't have been on stage that fateful night. I could have been, you know, I could have been still waiting. But in any event, gone on stage, rocked out with my cookout with In This Moment on that Closer video that has 2 million hits. I keep bragging about it. I keep bragging about it. I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's In This Moment's video. I don't care if it's on the Sirius XM channel. I did have it on my channel, but then I got a copyright. I thought I got a copyright strike, so I took it down. But then, you know, before I took it down, it was a copyright claim. So all I had to really do was kind of mute the end, which I could have done in my sleep. And it would have still been up. I don't think it would have got 2 million hits, but at least it would have got some hits. But, I mean, the official music video, I'm in, and I do get credit, and I did credit the band for that. Even the intro video I have on this very channel, which has 280-something hits, I did credit the band for that because I'm part of that, so if you think you know, people still think, you know, it's not my video. I mean, I don't care. You don't get credit for it. I do, because I'm in the video. They mentioned my name in the video. Oh, it could have been any other Peter. No. I mean, you see my face in it. Albeit under a mask, because they put the mask on because it was part of the show. But still. My dream came true. That's pretty much it. And even, you know, when BTE started, it's like, yeah, I'm going to get on BTE. Being the Elite, you know, the Bucks show. And then, you know, when Brandon Cutler came to Brooklyn with Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett, I didn't, you know, I was hoping that Brandon would bring out his big camera, or at least his cell phone. And then, you know, he did part, you know, he filmed. He filmed his match and everything. And, I mean, you barely see me, but I'm there. You barely can see me. It's like a blip, like, boop. And I'm there, like maybe 5.5 seconds you see me. And that's it, but, you know, that's the best 0.5 seconds of my life on BTE. And that has a ton of views, too. Ton. You know, I don't take all the credit. I have to give that to Brandon and the Bucks, but still, have you been on BTE? No. Will you? Maybe some of you might. If you do, more power to you. I don't care. But it is what it is. I never gave up on something. I never gave up on it. Being on stage in this moment, or just on stage period, never gave up on that. My dream of being in music, never gave up on that. My dream of being in the wrestling business, never gave up on that. I got in the door, per se, but I'm not going to give up on maybe becoming a ring announcer for an indie promotion, either be here in New York or down south. I could work at the Performance Center. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. Next thing you know, you're hearing, oh, Peter Joseph on the commentary for NXT. You never know. Joe Cronin could be working for WWE. He should be. JD, he works for that garbage promotion, House of Boring. He could maybe get up to the big time and hit WWE or AEW level. Or maybe Ring of Honor. Who knows? But in any case, like I said, never give up on your dreams. You have a dream, do it. But it has to be a good dream, because if it's just ridiculous, then I highly doubt that dream is going to come true. But I'm blessed to be, of what I got, of my success. Albeit not major success, but on here. But I've had a pretty damn good time in my 46 plus years of existence. Met some good people in the music industry, some in the wrestling industry as well. So I'm blessed to be there and meet those people, and I continue on. And I don't give up. Never gonna give up on my dreams. I have other dreams I want to possibly get into. I dream a bit about me, making more money than I make now. I like to make like $50,000 to $100,000 a year and live in a nice big house. Not this particular house. I like to live in a bigger house. And I co-own this house, but I want to own my own house someday. It's a lot of money, but that dream may be a pipe dream, but you never know. I could hit the lottery tomorrow, get my mansion and my cars that I'll probably never drive, but just nice to look at. But in any case, like I said, I'm 46 now. I'm thinking about my future of what I'm gonna be doing. Won't be living here in Casa del Gilmore anymore. I can't really show much of it because I don't want to get too much of my private life. But yeah, most of my house now is less cluttered than it used to be, than it was before. Most of my stuff is now in storage. And a few years from now, I'm gonna be retiring. I'm gonna be down on a beach somewhere in another state. In another state, most of you probably know which state I probably will go to. It doesn't matter, but yeah, I'm just gonna go down there, live the rest of my goddamn life, and do what I gotta do down there. Whether I'm going to be 50 or 55 or maybe 60, I would say probably be in my 50s by the time I get down there. But I will be retiring down there where everybody goes. And, have a good old time and focus on the next maybe possible final chapter of my life. I still got chapters to write and everything. I'm actually starting one now with my mental health. I want to get my mental health in check. I know I'm going off tangents. I should end this video now, but I don't care. It's my video. You don't like it, then go to sleep. I'm telling a story. It's story time with Peter Joseph, baby. Okay. But yeah, once me and the missus retire, we're gonna be doing other things. I might even be on YouTube by then. I might just go down there and then forget YouTube. I'm like, I don't need YouTube. I want to focus on, I'll read a book on a beach or something like that, But, I could pursue something else down there. Who knows? But, like I said, even if I wanted to follow my dream of being in wrestling, I could go down there. Maybe I'll work in a performance center. Maybe I could work at I could work at Universal Studios, when Ring of Honor does their tapings for Dark or Ring of Honor. You could do something like that. I can work the camera. I can do something backstage. Just have fun at what I like to do. That's why I'm not going to give up on my dream to possibly work in the wrestling business. Just got to know people, and, if you know somebody, maybe they can help you out along the way. Like, I could talk to Prince Nana all freaking day and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting in the wrestling business, but, ring announcing or maybe commentary or working behind the scenes or something like that, maybe Prince Nana will give me a connection. All I got to do is, talk to them and see what they want to do. Maybe they'll have me fly out to Orlando. Maybe I'll talk to Tony Khan. Either on Skype or, on the phone. And maybe Tony Khan will buy me a ticket to go to Orlando. I was like, yeah, let's try him out. You never know. I could have a really shitty, interview and shitty, tryout. And Tony's like, well, we don't need you. Say, well, maybe you're not cut out for commentary or ring announcing, stuff like that. But I'm like, I say, Tony, I love the business. I love AEW. I love Ring of Honor. You got anything? Can you find it in your heart to find me something? I'll sweep the ring. I don't care. Tony's got a good heart, so fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed that someday, maybe, just maybe, you might be hearing me on Ring of Honor television or seeing me somewhere. Hey, you could be at Universal Studios, and then you see me in somewhere in the crowd or somewhere backstage if you get to go backstage, or you can see me coming out of the freaking parking lot. I'm like, hey, there's Peter Joseph. What's going on, dude? I was like, how you doing? What high school do you go to? But in any case, don't give up on your dreams. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, enough mushy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's time to go to sleep for some of you. So I'm gonna finish editing this video. I'm gonna go to bed. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up, watch the Mets. Hopefully they win that series. I got Cody Seng on the mound for his debut for the Mets. Hopefully it's a good one. So the Mets will finish their series in Miami and then get on a plane and go to Milwaukee, which means the good land, and start that 3-game series in Milwaukee before their home opener this Thursday afternoon at Citi Field against the Miami Marlins again. And then we'll see what happens with that as we get to Easter next Sunday. Wow, already Easter next Sunday. Time flies when you're having fun. After Easter, we'll be talking about Memorial Day. Well, Mother's Day and Memorial Day. And then that's the unofficial start of summer. So then we'll be talking, after that, we talk about the summer. It's going to be a hot one. But it is what it is with that. Well, we talk about the summer when we get to the summer, probably in late June and July. And all that good shit. But right now, let's focus on the week, finishing off the weekend strong, and then worry about Easter. And I hope for some of you, I hope you have a great Easter. And if not, well, just too bad. And that's that. All right, everybody, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. My final rating for night 1 of Wrestlemania, strong 8 out of 10 stars. I thought it was pretty damn good. And now we'll see if night 2 can top that. We got lots of good matches. Big one, Roman Reigns defending the Undisputed titles against Cody Rhodes. We'll see what happens with that. If Roman's reign ends, no pun intended, at 9:45, or it continues on to 1,000. But we shall see what happens with that. We got Asuka and Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Hopefully Asuka wins. We got Edge and Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. We got Walter defending the Intercontinental title against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, which could be Drew's last match because his contract ends. And right now, negotiations are not going so well, so Drew could be be done with WWE. Maybe he goes to AEW. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Or he goes back to Impact as Drew Galloway. Never know. But, losing Drew McIntyre is kind of a big hit to WWE. But we're going to have to see what happens with that. All right, so after tomorrow, we got the Raw after WrestleMania, which should be fucking epic. And we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, once again, 8 out of 10 stars for WrestleMania Night 1. And we'll see what happens on Night 2 tomorrow night. So I will be back tomorrow afternoon, right here on the channel. I got 2 more videos on this channel coming up. Supercard Honor Review and WrestleMania Night 2. So we will be live tomorrow afternoon and late tomorrow night. And then we'll get back to your regularly scheduled videos coming starting on Monday night with Monday Night Raw. That's it. So hit that bell, get notified when I do the next videos, and so you don't miss a beat. And that's it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Continue to smash that like button to death. Continue to subscribe to my channels. Follow me on social media. If you're real, if you're not, you can go to hell. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap the bell, like I said. And that's pretty much it. So I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cookoot. And if you're not down with that, well, all I gotta say is me and the tribal chief, because we're the ones and you're all a bunch of number 2s, and me and the tribal chief, we all got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. So that's it. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. And we'll see, that's pretty much it. So have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and I'll see you guys again next time. Peace! Ha! Bitches.